हेलो सैसी नारी, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मी टुडे। मैनिफेस्टेशन के बारे में हर तरफ काफ़ी बात हो चुकी है, बट आई स्टिल हैवंट बीन एबल टू रैप माई हेड अराउंड इट। You can even call me a skeptic. So, when manifestation coach Sanaya Chaturvedi reached out to me and suggested talking about neuroscience and manifestation, I jumped at the opportunity. और क्योंकि मैं मैनिफेस्टेशन के बारे में अनश्योर हूँ, इस कॉन्वर्सेशन में इसकी पूरी चीर फाड़ की है मैंने। I am sure many of your burning questions will be answered too and confusions will be cleared. My guest Sanaya Chaturvedi is an aligned manifestation coach and the visionary behind India's first manifestation brand Manifest My Dreams. वो बताएंगी कि मैनिफेस्टेशन साइंटिफिक क्यों है और इसका न्यूरोसाइंस से क्या कनेक्शन है। लॉजिक, लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, अफर्मेशंस के बारे में बात होगी, बट मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली शी इज शेयरिंग एन ईजी वे टू मैनिफेस्ट योर डिजायर्स. Before jumping into the episode, please follow Little Fixes on your podcast app and share it with a friend you care about. Hey Sassy Nari, welcome to Little Fixes. This is your host Matri, a social media professional, a mother and a simple yet sassy woman just like you. Join me for 3 simple and practical ideas that help you in transforming into your best self. This mental health and personal growth podcast is a reminder that you matter. And now to our guest. Hi Sanaya, welcome to Little Fixes.
Hi Maitri, thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Yes, so am I, because I'm going to talk about manifestation again on Little Fixes, but this time we are going to talk about it from the point of neuroscience. तो मैनिफेस्टेशन एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो मेरे लिए भी ना थोड़ा सा, मतलब आई वुड से कि मेरी भी फीलिंग्स थोड़ी सी मिक्स्ड रहती है मैनिफेस्टेशन को लेके। तो मेरे जितने भी मिक्स्ड क्वेश्चंस हैं, जितने भी डाउट्स हैं ना, ऑल ऑफ देम आई हैव ब्रॉट हियर।
Done.
तो
Done.
तो शुरू करेंगे यहीं से कि व्हाट इज मैनिफेस्टेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू यू.
तो सबसे पहले ना manifestation is a process that is always happening from when we are born. It is something that is happening whether we like it or not. It is basically whatever our mind, whatever our beliefs are, whatever our thoughts are, they become a reality in our real life. So think of it this way. You're in a movie theater. स्क्रीन पे क्या दिखता है आपको? द मूवी, राइट? वो मूवी कहाँ से आ रहा है? प्रोजेक्टर लगा है
वो
पीछे.
प्रोजेक्टर से आ रही है या
प्रोजेक्टर में जब हम एक प्रोग्राम डालते हैं तब वो प्रोग्राम रियलिटी बनता है. जो हम माइंड में डालते हैं प्रोग्राम, वो हमारा रियलिटी बनता है. दैट इज द मूवी ऑफ आवर लाइफ. एंड वी आर डूइंग इट कॉन्शियसली और सबकॉन्शियसली. अनकॉन्शियसली भी हो रहा है, बचपन से हो रहा है. सो मैनिफेस्टेशन एज अ वर्ड हैज बिकम पॉपुलर टुडे, बट इट इज इसेंशियली अ कॉन्सेप्ट दैट वी आर फॉलोइंग permanently, lifelong, without realizing. Does that make sense?
या
Yeah. So it is like saying, from when you're born with zero beliefs, right? बचपन में, if you've heard always, and a lot of us have heard, पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता है. Don't waste money. Okay, we all hear it. Light ban karo. Money doesn't grow on trees. That becomes our belief. That enters our mind. Unknowingly, that becomes our reality then. Because that has been put in the mind as a program. Projector में वो program डाला है और वो ही, and even if it is someone who doesn't believe in manifest, oh, I don't manifest, you are manifesting based on the belief systems you have developed as a child. You are manifesting based on the environment you are living in today. You are manifesting based on the kind of friends you are surrounded with today. They say you are the average of the top 5 people you hang out with.
या
Why is that? Because whatever they say, whatever they talk, whatever their beliefs are, get absorbed by your mind. That becomes your program and you start acting that way. That becomes your reality. So you're manifesting only. This is just a new age fancy term that has become popular now. So it's not a question of whether anyone believes in it or not. It is a process that is going on.
ओके. तो ये जब अपने आप हो ही रहा है तो फिर हमें करने की क्या ज़रूरत है कुछ भी इसके लिए. एक तो ये चीज़ मुझे हमेशा लगती है, और एक दूसरी चीज़ ये लगती है कि जब ये चल रहा है तो हाउ इज इट इवन साइंटिफिक.
So अगर चल रहा है तो करने की क्या जरूरत है? नाउ डू यू वांट योर लाइफ इज लाइक अ मूवी. आपको मूवी का डायरेक्टर कॉन्शियसली बनना है या आपको बस चलते जो भी प्रोग्राम आ रहा है आने दो? आप नेटफ्लिक्स पे कॉन्शियसली चूज करते हो ना, मुझे ये शो देखना है. You want to consciously direct your life in a certain way, आई यू ओके कि ठीक है जो भी, मैं बस टीवी ऑन कर दूंगी और कुछ भी प्ले हो रहा है मैं देख लूंगी, देन यू डोंट नीड टू डू इट कॉन्शियसली, फिर तो
आई
हो ही
थिंक
रहा है।
टीवी को लेकर हम ज्यादा कॉन्शियस होते हैं कंपेयर टू आवर लाइव्स।
That's what, no. We never just randomly play something, right? We
हम्म।
consciously choose what to eat. We consciously choose what to watch. That way, you have to consciously direct your life. No, this is
हम्म।
how I want my life to look like. और देन चल ही रहा है, मम्मी बोल रही, पापा बोल रहे, सोसाइटी बोल रही है, भैया बोल रहे, टीचर बोल रही, तो चल ही रहा है लाइफ दूसरों के ओपिनियंस पे. So it is high time that we take the consciousness in our hands and
हम्म।
we become the directors of our own life. That is called active conscious manifesting. And that is different from just passively allowing things to manifest based on your environment.
हम्म। ओके, देन हाउ इट इज कनेक्टेड टू न्यूरोसाइंस?
I love this part. So, like I said, your beliefs, right, are formed as a child.
हम्म।
Now, our brain is made up of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind.
हम्म।
95% of our brain is subconscious.
हम्म।
Only 5% is conscious. Now, what does the subconscious mind do? The subconscious mind is the most intelligent system on earth. It is a system that directs our lungs to breathe, that directs our heart to beat, that directs all our movements day and do we have to consciously tell our heart कि heart आज beat करो, every second beat? It's happening, no, it's a process. कहीं से direction आ रहा है ना heart को.
हम्म।
If we are feeling low, how do we get the message that immunity has dropped? Some system is working. That system is the subconscious mind, which is very, very powerful. And the subconscious mind basically is what creates our reality. So, as a child, or anytime, whatever we see, whoever we talk to, our environment, the content we absorb, is all picked up by the subconscious mind. It is like a sponge. And it cannot tell the difference between right and wrong. Why do parents say to children, always be in the company of nice children? Don't hang out with bad people. Because the subconscious mind does not understand between right and wrong. It will just pick up what it is given. And then it will tell the conscious mind कि अभी तुम ये करो. So the conscious mind, we have no control. Conscious mind has no control on the main reality. It can only make us do very voluntary activities. It cannot put us into habits. It cannot create a larger picture for us. If we want to improve the quality of our life, we have to work at a subconscious level. And to do that, we have to use neuroscience, which is rewiring the brain.
ओके, तो वो हमें एक चीज बिफोर वी जंप इनटू दिस, प्लीज आल्सो टेल अस कि न्यूरो साइंस क्या होता है?
Neuroscience is basically studying how the neurons in the brains work and how they impact our behavior, our psychology, and basically the quality of our life.
हम्म।
Okay? So now our brain is made up of neurons, right? वो neurons are all connected via neural pathways. So now those neural pathways are basically your beliefs and they send all the messages. So now, if we want to manifest something, suppose tomorrow I want to manifest, I want to become the richest person in the world. And I'm consciously saying, I'll wake up at 5 a.m., I'll work hard, I'll do this. I'm not going to become the richest person because my neural pathways believe, my neurons believe, my brain believes at a subconscious level that it's very hard to earn money. My subconscious mind believes that rich people are bad. My subconscious mind believes कि यार आई एम अ गर्ल, मुझसे इतना नहीं होगा, because that is what has been fed. So consciously you cannot make any change in your life until you do not rewire the wiring in the brain. You do not rewire the belief system in your brain. And rewiring the belief system is what is called, is what we say, active manifestation. And isme, to rewire the belief system, you have to work at a brain level. So every time we do affirmations, we do journaling, we do visualization, we do all of these practices, हमारे ब्रेन में रीवायरिंग हो रहा है. तो जो पुराने बिलीव्स है, दे आर गेटिंग रिप्लेस्ड बाय न्यू बिलीव्स. तो वो रिप्लेस होने में टाइम लगता है. इफ 30 years से आई एम थिंकिंग money is a precious resource or money makes people evil, how can I one day get up and say I'm going to become Mr. Ambani? It's not possible. I have to change the belief system at a subconscious level through neuroscience, through rewiring those parts, through putting a new belief. नया प्रोग्राम इंस्टॉल करोगे तो नया पिक्चर दिखेगा. अब
हम्म।
पुराने प्रोग्राम को ही चलाओगे तो आपको पुराना पिक्चर ही दिखने वाला है. एंड द मूवी इज द रियलिटी ऑफ योर लाइफ. The program is the belief you install.
हम्म। ओके। तो रीवायरिंग कैसे करी जाए फिर ब्रेन की, सुनाया?
So, of course, there is the best way to rewire is via meditation. But
हम्म।
the method that I prefer to teach and I follow a lot is journaling.
ओके।
Okay. Why do I say journaling helps you rewire the brain? Because every time you put pen to paper, your neurons start firing. They start rewiring. Your neurons get activated when you put pen to paper. So, whatever you want to create consciously, if you start writing it down in the correct format, in the right technique, and you start doing it on a daily basis, you will
हम्म।
notice that you will be able to form a new belief system. So, it takes 66 days for a new neural pathway to be formed. If I
हम्म।
say want to, my goal for this year is I want to 3x my business.
हम्म।
For 66 days minimum, I have to journal every single day about 3xing my business. I have to write in detail how I want it to 3x, who do I want to show up as, what kind of team do I want, what revenue do I want, everything in detail. What are the habits I need as an entrepreneur to 3x my business? ये सब चीज़ें if I write down on a daily basis, is when the subconscious mind is going to start understanding that, okay, this is the person we need to become in order to manifest a 3x revenue. Because with my current habits, with my current lifestyle, I'm not going to get that level of growth.
हम्म।
So I would always suggest that the easiest and the best way to manifest, to rewire the neural pathways, to install new belief systems, to change your core beliefs is via journaling. It's something that we can do anytime, anywhere. You don't need to sit, close your eyes, meditate, because most of us find meditation very hard. We
या।
are a phone generation. We are constantly needing that dopamine dose.
या।
And so meditation is hard. So the next best thing to do is journaling.
हम्म।
This is what I teach all my clients. And in fact, in our manifestation journals that we have, there is actually a 90-minute class where I only teach on how to rewire the brain through journaling. So the exact method to journal to manifest and rewire the brain.
हम्म।
It is proven, it is working consistently. It works with every single person. There is nothing कि इसके साथ काम नहीं करेगा. It is going to work on whoever does it consistently. You just have to give 10 minutes of your day to it.
ओके। तो सनाया, प्लान भी हमने बनाया, गोल भी हमने बनाया, रोज लिख भी हम रहे हैं, तो व्हाई डू वी गिव इट दैट मैजिकल टच, मैजिकल नेम कि मैनिफेस्ट कर रहे हैं? मतलब एक अलग से नाम दे दिया। इट्स सिंपली डूइंग द वर्क। तो इसमें अलग क्या है?
It is simply doing the work consciously.
हम्म।
It is doing it in a certain direction. वैसे भी विदाउट एनी कॉन्शियसनेस तो कर ही रहे हैं ना, क्या जरूरत है
हम्म।
लिखने की भी? क्या जरूरत है? साल में एक बार तो हम गोल्स बनाते हैं ना.
हम्म।
डेली लिखने की क्या जरूरत है?
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली।
So exactly, if we write the goals, but our subconscious mind doesn't believe in them,
हम्म।
those goals that we make are from a conscious brain, which is only 5%.
हम्म।
And a lot of those goals are made. This is one more problem. हम बहुत सारे हमारे goals होते हैं which are created based on what we think is right. And I'm saying think in apostrophe. It is not what we truly want.
हम्म। या।
A lot of I have clients, a lot of female entrepreneurs who I work with one on one. One of their goals will be मुझे इस साल शादी करनी है. Why? I'm 30, mom dad are saying, but when I ask them what do you really want? Oh, I really want to take my business international. But I'm journaling about shadi. It's not going to work then. So your desires also have to be very authentic. And the more you journal, and this is proven, the more clarity you get about what you want in life.
हम्म।
Writing really, really brings about clarity. You will understand new ways of being, new ways of thinking, new pathways will open just by putting pen to paper.
So it comes down to clarity. See, I had one guest on my podcast, विभा कागजी. तो उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि जो उनका बचपन से गोल था, उनका ये था कि उन्हें न्यूयॉर्क में रहना है। बहुत जिसको बोलते हैं ना, ग्लैमरस लाइफ
हाँ,
चाहिए, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर बनना है। शी गॉट ऑल ऑफ दैट, शी इवन गॉट हार्वर्ड एजुकेशन, बट उसके बाद भी शी वॉज नॉट हैप्पी। शी क्विट एवरीथिंग एंड शी वेंट टू अ मोनेस्ट्री, और वहाँ पे जाके उन्हें रियलाइजेशन हुआ कि उन्हें एक्चुअली में क्या चाहिए। और नाउ शी इज़ वर्किंग ऑन दैट प्रोजेक्ट ओनली एंड शी इज़ वेरी हैप्पी विद वट एवर शी इज़ डूइंग. तो उनको क्लैरिटी वहाँ से मिली. और यू आर सेइंग कि journaling is one of the ways of getting that kind of clarity and working on our goals.
Yes, yes. Journaling will give you a lot of clarity in terms of systems, in terms of processes, in terms of building the right routine for yourself. The more you journal, the more your brain opens up to more possibilities.
हम्म. ओके. तो जो चीज़ें हम बचपन से देखते आ रहे हैं, भले ही हम उसको दूसरों की वॉइस कह लें, हम वही करना चाहते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये और हमारे ब्रेन का एक लॉजिकल पार्ट भी होता है कि हाँ ये लॉजिकल चॉइस है. और एक होता है ये पार्ट कि नहीं, ये भले ही लॉजिकल चॉइस हो, इससे भले ही हम ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल हो, जो मतलब सोसाइटी के नॉर्म्स है उसके हिसाब से सक्सेसफुल हो, या फिर हमारा इनर वॉइस है या हमारा इंट्यूशन कुछ और कह रहा है. तो इनके बीच में बड़ा खतरनाक क्लैश होता है. जैसे मैं बैंकर थी तो मुझे पता था कि ये लॉजिकल चॉइस है, लेकिन तब भी आई क्विट और सोशल मीडिया स्टार्ट किया. नाउ आई एम डैबलिंग इनटू दिस पॉडकास्टिंग थिंग सिंस लास्ट 4-5 years. तो ये जो दो चीजें हैं इनका बैलेंस कहाँ से आए कि लॉजिक भी हो, इंट्यूशन भी हो, और हम मतलब
Right.
खुश रहे.
I also did the same thing. I studied
हाँ.
business and finance. I worked in Ernst and Young investment banking. Try kar liya.
हम्म.
I dabbled in all sorts of things, but the path led me to this.
हम्म.
So that time, I wanted to get into the top university. So I went to Duke to study. That time, I wanted a corporate job. So I did that. At that time, it seemed like the best option.
हम्म.
So when you achieve one step, you realize that something else is there for you. बट तुम वो ही अचीव नहीं करोगे, तुम हमेशा कंफ्यूजन में रहोगे, तो यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट टू एनीवेयर इन लाइफ.
हम्म.
So I would say that even if your first of all, if your heart wants something, intuitively wants something, it is right for you. There is no way your intuition and heart ever lie, because they know you the best. They know your purpose. It knows your soul's purpose. It knows your journey. You're better than you yourself too. So if you have an inner voice that is so strong, and unfortunately a lot of us don't have that strong inner voice, if you have that voice, you can hear the voice, please follow the voice. The path will open up itself.
आपकी कोई स्टोरी हमें बताओ आपकी लाइफ की, जिसमें जहाँ पे आपने कुछ मैनिफेस्ट किया हो.
I manifested honestly pretty much everything.
हाँ.
I wanted to, even as a kid, I was a kid who used to get like 65%. Okay, I was never a topper.
हम्म.
Uh, Before my 10th board exams, 4 months prior, I wrote 95% on my study board and kept.
हम्म.
And I used to look at it every day. And I used to close my eyes and visualize, wow, मुझे इतने अच्छे marks मिले, सब मेरी तारीफ करेंगे, I'll get gift. I was like doing this La La Land work every day. I got
हाँ.
94.7%.
ओके.
It's not hard. It's not hard. It's very. Tabhi to I had just learned about it. When I was in ninth, I had just learned about manifesting, and I was fascinated. So I used to
हम्म.
apply to everything.
हाँ.
I wanted to go to London to study for my undergrad, to
हम्म.
Warwick University. I come from a traditional Marwadi Jain family. No one had ever gone abroad to study.
हम्म.
Uh, ये concept ही नहीं था. I
हम्म.
got admission in Pune and Symbiosis. I started my BBA. 3 months after starting over here, मेरा वहाँ का admission हुआ, and somehow miraculously I landed up in London and I did my undergrad there. हो गया.
हम्म.
I would have never thought, मैंने बचपन से कभी सोचा भी नहीं था मैं abroad जाऊंगी पढ़ने. But every day I would look at the college ke picture. I would be like, wow, what if I go? This will be my life. I'll join these clubs. I'll do this. Manifested my university. Manifested my dream investment banking job. I was working in mergers and acquisitions. Uh, I manifested my husband. I
हम्म.
had 7 years back, I had made a list of qualities that I would like in my partner.
हम्म.
And I would make that list quite often, and I would refine it, and I would always focus on how I'm feeling. Uh,
हम्म.
I did it for a while, and then I stopped, and then I got busy with work and all. When I actually met my husband, uh, in one meeting, it was just one meeting that we clicked. Within 2 months, we got engaged, we got married, and 2 years after my marriage, I've had a baby now.
हम्म.
And when I looked back after I got engaged, I said, I was going through my diaries. I opened the journal in which the qualities were mentioned. Maitri, I have tick marked every single quality that I had written 7 years back. I was
Wow.
getting goosebumps. I said, how is this possible? He legit had all those qualities.
हाँ, मतलब 16 सोमवार का व्रत करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है।
नहीं है यार, नहीं है। मेरी मम्मी ने मुझसे कराया। आई यूज्ड टू चीट ड्यूरिंग द व्रत बिकॉज़ आई डिडंट बिलीव इन इट, बट आई एम लाइक ठीक है, चलो शिव जी को भी खुश कर लेते हैं, दैट्स फाइन। बट I feel like you need clarity first on what you want. You have to keep
हुँ,
writing because that list of mine changed many times.
हुँ,
The
या,
qualities I want in my partner changed many times. I got more and more clarity each time. And while writing, I was also emoting. I was also feeling. That's a very, very key part of journaling and manifesting. It has to be done with emotion. And you
हुँ,
can only add emotion when your heart truly desires it. You cannot be excited, you cannot add emotion if you're just doing it because society wants or your parents want. You cannot, it's not possible.
ओके।
So
सो
it has
यू मैनिफेस्टेड योर
okay.
एजुकेशन, यू
Yeah,
मैनिफेस्टेड योर जॉब, ड्रीम जॉब, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग, और उसके बाद आपने सब छोड़ दिया एंड नाउ यू आर डूइंग अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट थिंग।
I started my own fitness startup because I always wanted to be in
हुँ,
entrepreneurship. That startup
हुँ,
I ran for 5 years. Then I started this, the
हुँ,
Manifest My Dreams as a brand. This started 2.5 years ago. And in fact, I moved to Bombay 2022 Feb, and I had just
हुँ,
started my business 4 months before that. So I was like, shit, hoga, nahi hoga. I've moved to another city. I don't know anybody here. How will I crack it? How will I network? It all works out. And it
हुँ,
works out better than you can imagine if you just decide what you want and you have that faith in the universe. Paths open up. You
हुँ,
end up meeting people, opportunities come your way. It has happened with me. It has happened with me multiple times.
हुँ,
Last year in Jan, I was studying in a program with this world known manifestation guru called Catherine Zenkina, manifestation babe.
या,
Yeah, so I was
हुँ,
doing one of her key programs with her, and she made us do like a 5 year large picture practice, like 5 year vision boarding. One of the things on that vision board I had put was, at some point I thought I'll have kids. I thought,
हुँ,
3 years after marriage, 2025, 26, I'll have kids, but वो 5 year plan में था.
हुँ,
I had added Ayurveda in that. I had added a couple of things, business growth, all of that. Within 2 months of making that thing, I got to know I was pregnant.
हुँ,
And I was not even consciously working on it. I had not even planned it. It was
हुँ,
something that this is called in manifestation divine timing. It
हुँ,
sometimes things happen before time or after time. They might differ from your timeline, but they happen when it is for your highest good.
ओके। तो आपने पहले जो चीज़ चाहिए थी वो सब छोड़ दी एंड समथिंग अट्रैक्टेड टू यू, कि ये करना है मुझे। तो जो आपने पहले किया था क्या वो गलत था?
नहीं, वो गलत नहीं था,
हुँ,
because that was the path that got me here. If I didn't have that foreign education, if I didn't have the corporate experience, I don't think I would be able to run my company and grow as well as I've been able to do now. I wouldn't have
हुँ,
the communication skills, I wouldn't have the network. So these are all stepping stones. There is no right or wrong. It's how you look at it. I can say that, oh, I wasted 7 years of my life. Had I started this
हुँ,
brand when I was 23, it would have worked better. But
हाँ,
उस time पे manifestation was not a topic only. I started this brand 2 years ago when manifestation had just started booming.
हुँ,
So the universe had the plan for me. I didn't know about the plan.
हुँ, ओके।
Had I started
हाँ,
this 7 years
हाँ,
back, मेरी company fail होती because it would have been before time.
हाँ, हाँ, आई अंडरस्टैंड, एग्री विद यू ऑन दैट। तो यू ऑल्सो स्पोक अबाउट डिवाइन टाइमिंग, और एक चीज़ जो मैं बहुत सुनती हूँ मैनिफेस्टेशन की जब बात होती है कि जो भी आपका गोल है, जो भी चीज़ें आपको चाहिए, सोचो उनके बारे में एंड देन सरेंडर इट। सरेंडर भी करना है लेकिन काम भी करना है, एक्शन भी लेना है, गोल भी बनाना है। ये दोनों चीज़ें हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? एंड बिकॉज यू टॉक अबाउट डिवाइन टाइमिंग, और हमारे मन में कोई ना कोई टाइमलाइन होती है हर चीज़ को लेकर। तो मान लीजिए हमें कोई चीज़ चाहिए 4 साल में, लेकिन वो चीज़ हमें 10 साल बाद मिल रही है, और क्या तब हमारे लिए उसकी इतनी वैल्यू भी होगी? तो सरेंडर की
आई डोंट नो, मतलब मुझे बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग लगता है, इसीलिए आई एम मिक्सिंग दीज टू थिंग्स बिकॉज आई कनेक्ट
Okay.
देम इन माई हेड।
So I'll ask you a question. Do you believe in a higher power?
हाँ।
हमसे कोई हायर पावर है, कुछ भी, गॉड, यूनिवर्स,
हाँ।
क्रिएटर, ठीक है, यू बिलीव इन
हम्म।
समथिंग. नाउ डू यू बिलीव दैट दैट हायर पावर ऑलवेज हैज योर बेस्ट इंटरेस्ट एट हार्ट?
आई हैव स्टार्टेड बिलीविंग इट रिसेंटली, बिकॉज पहले तो मैं बहुत गुस्सा होती थी।
हाँ, but now if you look back in life, you will see everything happened for a reason. So the higher powers will always have your best interest at heart. Now,
हाँ।
say last year, Jan 22, I had written in the 5 year goal, I want to have kids at some point. And
हम्म।
my some point was 5 years after my marriage, not 1 year, 2 years after my marriage. My baby is 3 months now. I've had the baby. I just celebrated my second anniversary while having a baby. In according to me, that was soon, but this was divine timing. Maybe the universe thought 5 years later it won't happen, or this is the best time for me, or maybe now I'm physically more capable of handling a child. I don't know.
हम्म।
But you have to allow, this is called surrender. Everything, we cannot be in control all the time, because if we are in control all the time, we might mess things up for ourselves. I don't
हम्म।
know, maybe if I would have pushed कि नहीं मुझे मेरे हिसाब से करना है, and 5 years later I wouldn't have been able to have the child. I don't know, right?
हम्म।
So there are things that you have to go in the flow. And when you say surrender, it doesn't mean you don't take action. ये नहीं कि हमने जर्नल लिखे बस हम सो गए. There is something called aligned action
हाँ।
that we talk about while journaling also. So in the journaling method that I teach, if say you have decided that my goal for this week is what could be a goal that you have met? आपका कोई गोल लेते हैं week के लिए.
हम्म।
Maybe you
आई
want
डोंट
to
वांट टू
finish two
रिवील माय
recordings.
गोल।
Maybe you want to finish two recordings this week. Suppose
ओके।
podcast recording. ठीक है,
हाँ।
आपको 2 recordings खत्म करने.
हाँ।
That is the goal, right? Now, when you write down in your journaling, you have to write down intentionally how you want the recordings to go. So your affirmations have to be that today my recording has gone really well. My guests have come on time. The vibe of the show has been amazing. We've had an intense discussion. I'm sure that my viewers are going to love it. Your language has to be that way, so that when the recording actually happens, all of that manifests. So aligned action is you actually doing the recording. You cannot just
हम्म।
say, I want to finish 2 recordings and then not show up for the recording. It doesn't work that way. It's not magic.
हम्म।
But you have to keep taking action in the direction of the goals, but you have to do it intentionally. Setting intentions for every action before the action happens.
हम्म। ओके। और फिर इसमें आ जाता है लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन। आपने भी थोड़ा हिंट किया था कि जो हमारे थॉट्स होते हैं या जो चीज़ हमें चाहिए होती है सबकॉन्शियसली वही हमारे पास आती है। तो इसका कई बार लोग नेगेटिवली भी ले लेते हैं कि मान लीजिए किसी ने कुछ चाहा और नहीं मिला, तो लोग बोल देते हैं कि मे बी योर हार्ट वॉज नॉट ऑन इट, या फिर मे बी बिकॉज यू हैड सो मैनी नेगेटिव थॉट्स। और कई बार इसमें प्रिविलेज वाली बात भी आ जाती है कि इफ़ यू कम फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन प्रिविलेज बैकग्राउंड इट इज़ ईजियर फॉर यू टू मैनिफेस्ट। मान लीजिए कोई रिक्शा पुलर है, वो अमीर बनना चाहता है, तो वो क्यों नहीं बन पाता? क्या वो नहीं बनना चाहता? वो भी बनना चाहता है, बट वो नहीं बन पाता है। तो फिर पीपल ऑल्सो से कि वो नहीं बन सकता क्योंकि वो शायद उसके अंदर इतनी फेथ नहीं है। फेथ एज इन बिलीफ नहीं है उसको अपने गोल्स पे, नॉट रिलीजियस, बट उसको अपने गोल्स पे ही बिलीव नहीं है। अगर वो चाहता है कि मैं बहुत अमीर हो जाऊं बट वो नहीं बन पा रहा है, तो हम ये भी बोल देते हैं कि उनके अंदर होगा ही नहीं कि उनका ये गोल है। जैसे मैनिफेस्टेशन में बोला भी जाता है कि सबकॉन्शियसली यू हैव टू बी पॉजिटिव, बट हमेशा तो कोई पॉजिटिव भी नहीं हो सकता। और कई लोग फिर क्यों सब कुछ होते हुए भी अपने गोल्स मैनिफेस्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं।
So, first of all, subconsciously, you don't have to be positive all the time. This
हम्म।
is wrong. Okay,
हम्म।
this is a myth about manifestation that you need to be positive all the time to manifest. It is not possible. I'm stuck in a traffic jam. I'm running late. I have to come for this interview. Can I be positive that time?
नहीं। हाँ।
No, I can't, right? But that is your conscious mind. That is my conscious mind talking, which only has 5% control on my life. If I have already built a subconscious belief that is very positive, all these small negative thoughts are not going to create any sort of negative effect in my life. because we're leading life, we're humans, we have emotions, we have ups and downs. We can't remain in a zen positive state all day. But what
Mm-hmm.
we can do is actively consciously work on rewiring our core beliefs at a subconscious level
Mm-hmm.
and installing strong positive empowering beliefs at a subconscious level, because those beliefs stay with you for life, those beliefs don't change, and those beliefs will finally reflect your reality,
Mm-hmm.
not your conscious beliefs. That is why all the manifestation gurus will always say work at a subconscious level. Your conscious mind cannot drive it.
Okay, then what role does privilege play in this?
Um, Honestly, I might be the wrong person to answer this question and it might be controversial. So I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say as less as possible. But yes, if you are seeing a lot of poverty, you are seeing a lot of hardships, you are seeing a lot of that becomes your core belief
Mm-hmm.
because you're growing up in that. But you'll see a lot of people who come rags to riches. You
Mm-hmm.
might
Yes.
see a lot of a key point you will notice in all these people, if you ask them, they will always say कि मुझे बचपन से मैं सपना देखता था बड़ा बनने का, मैं बचपन से सोचता था मैं इसके जैसे बनूं. बचपन से on their own they were actively putting, consciously putting positive, empowering, strong thoughts, strong content in their subconscious mind, and that belief became so strong that it was able to overpower the negative beliefs that their environment put on them. Suppose parents were very poor, they were always cribbing about money. But this child was able to ignore that and consciously say, Nahi yaar, if Dhirubhai Ambani could do it, I'll also do it. Full time reading information about this, getting fascinated by these people. Those are the beliefs he's forming. If he's able to form those beliefs at a young age, there's a very high probability he's going to go on to become successful later on, irrespective of the background he comes from.
Mm-hmm.
एंड इवन इफ यू सी अ प्रिविलेज्ड किड एंड बचपन से उसने अगर सुना है अरे तुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, वाई यू आर डूइंग सो मच, मेहनत इतना है ना,
Mm-hmm.
that is going to absorb that, and growing up he's not going to become as successful as he should be because his mind is saying you don't need to do anything, you're born
Mm-hmm.
privileged, and that doesn't last because you have to keep
Yeah.
taking aligned action no matter how privileged you're born. If you don't take aligned action in the direction of your goals, the privilege will not help you for long.
Mm-hmm. तो ये जो आपने बताया कि जो बचपन से सोचता आ रहा है कि हाँ मुझे ऐसा करना है, तो हाउ वाज सच अ पर्सन एबल टू कट ऑफ द नॉइज अराउंड देम, और हम भी ऐसा कैसे कर सकते हैं? हाँ, क्योंकि उसने बचपन में कर लिया, हम तो फिर भी कॉन्शियसली कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जर्नल कर रहे हैं, बट समवन हु इज बॉर्न देयर, वो कैसे कर सकता है ऐसा? आई मीन आई नो इट्स अ वेरी डिफरेंट आउट ऑफ सिलेबस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन, बट बस
Honestly, that is why we always say that be mindful of the content you consume. Be
हम्म.
mindful of the kind of people you hang out with. Be mindful. If you inculcate mindfulness in your life, in every sphere of life, you will be able to work on these belief systems and change them. Mindfully decide ki on Netflix what I'm watching. If I'm watching constantly shows on corruption, on bribery, on negativity, on violence, is it adding value to my life? Consciously ask yourself that if I'm constantly eating processed food, is it adding prana to my body? Am I going to be able to vibrate at a higher frequency if my prana levels are low? Everyone knows that if you consume more fresh food has life energy, fresh food is better for you. Why don't we do it? Because we are not consciously living. So, in order to consciously start living, you have to consciously journal about it. Just start writing down. Today, I'm so proud of myself because today I have consciously chosen to eat a fresh meal over a packaged meal. Write it down every day for a week. I can give it to you in writing. On the eighth or ninth day, you will automatically start looking for the fresh meal. Your brain will start, अरे fresh खाना नहीं दिख रहा है, ये सब processed है. So
हम्म.
whatever change you want to make in your life, you have to start writing about that with the emotion. So that then your subconscious mind will start directing you in that direction in spite of the noise. In spite of seeing all the junk food ads around you, your mind will still, your brain will say, नहीं यार मुझे fruit चाहिए, मुझे ये सब पैकेट वाला नहीं चाहिए.
हम्म.
Right now, because we're not consciously doing it, We're getting influenced by the junk ads, and we are going for the first junk product that comes in front of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agree on that also. So
Does that make
now,
sense?
हाँ, yes, it does. और सनाया फिर जर्नलिंग की बात चली रही है, तो are there any particular prompts which we can use to journal if we are looking to manifest our goals?
So I would always say that when you're journaling, remember the journaling has to be in the present tense.
Mm-hmm.
The three P's of journaling basically. In the present tense, the journaling has to be personal. So it has to be personalized to your life. Generalized prompts will not work. And the third thing is it has to be powerful. Powerful enough to invoke emotion from you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like giving prompts because suppose I give a prompt, uh, I'm going to be fit this year. That prompt doesn't make any sense. Does it invoke any emotion within you?
Mm.
Is it personalized? Is it in the present tense? It is I am going to be. It's in the future tense. The subconscious
Yeah.
mind does not understand future tense. It perceives everything in the present tense. So the first rule of manifesting is you have to affirm in the present tense as if it has already happened. And you have to affirm with the feeling that the thing has already manifested. So then your prompt, instead of saying I'm going to be fit this year, your prompt has to be I am so proud of myself for successfully and easily losing 5 kilos this year. I'm
Mm.
looking and feeling so gorgeous this year because I have exercised every single day and I've fallen in love with exercising. See the difference.
Mm.
Emotion has to come through. Only emotion will make the affirmations powerful. Without emotions, affirmations are just dead sentences. They have no energy to them. You have to give energy to your affirmations and you have to make them personalized in order for them to work for you and for your brain to catch them. It has to
Mm.
be personal to your situation. General
Mm.
general prompts, people like them. They are great marketing material. They sound lovely,
Mm.
they're Instagrammable, but they don't have so much of an impact in the long run.
ओके, तो प्रॉम्प्ट्स भी अपने और अफर्मेशंस भी अपने.
Affirmations and prompts basically आप general prompts जो होते हैं ना,
हम्म.
like I just gave you an example, you make it personalized to yourself. You add
हम्म.
powerful emotions in it.
हम्म.
Because otherwise, how will it work? The brain understands feelings. The reward center in the brain now. This is again neuroscience. Your brain has to feel good about something. You know how when we get a notification, we feel good because the dopamine hit comes to our brain.
हम्म.
So that way, we have to make release those neurotransmitters that make us feel good while journaling. So we have to be able to release dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin while journaling. In order to do that, we have to invoke that feeling.
हम्म. ओके, एंड व्हाट अबाउट पीपल हु कैनॉट विजुअलाइज?
So don't visualize
हम्म. तो
because
फिर
again,
फीलिंग कैसे आएगी कि ये अभी हो रहा है प्रेजेंट टेंस में, कि मैं फिट हूँ, मैं विजुअलाइज ही नहीं कर पा रही हूँ.
नहीं विजुअलाइज मत करो अभी मैं आपसे वर्बली पूछ रही हूँ कि
हाँ.
आप अगर फिट आपको फिट क्यों होना है गिव मी 2-3 रीजंस यू वांट टू गेट फिट
बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू हैव स्टेमिना एज आई ग्रो ओल्डर. ये है इम्पोर्टेंट. सेकेंड है कि आई वॉन्ट टू बी फ्री ऑफ एनी डिजीजेस, एंड आई वॉन्ट टू बी देयर फॉर माई डॉटर.
you want to have the energy to play with your daughter and everything now convert these into affirmations convert your why into affirmation I'm so thrilled that I'm able to play for the entire day with my daughter without getting tired
ओके.
I'm able to take my daughter on long adventures and I'm able to do it without any of my body part hurting. So you have to add the emotion to it. Won't you feel happy if you're fit, if you're playing with your daughter the whole day and you're still feeling fine? Won't you feel like यार मजा आ गया हम इतना घूम के आए and I'm okay I'm gonna sleep now. Won't you feel satisfied? इसमें visualization कहाँ आ रहा है?
हम्म. मेरे साथ ना नेगेटिव फीलिंग पहले आ जाती है, जैसे व्हेन आई गो टू ड्रॉप माई डॉटर एट द बस स्टॉप मॉर्निंग में, तो वो कहती है कि चलो मम्मा हॉप स्कॉच खेलते हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए जब तक बस नहीं आती है. तो मेरा फर्स्ट क्या होता है, मैं जंप नहीं कर पाऊंगी बिकॉज आई हैव वीक नीज. तो जो पॉजिटिव चीज आनी चाहिए उसकी जगह नेगेटिव कहती है, ओके मम्मा आप जंप मत करना, वॉक कर करके खेल लेना।
This is great because
हाँ,
I always teach my clients turn your fears to affirmations. If you
हम्म,
know your fear, you know, right? What has
हम्म,
to be the affirmation for this? You feel you have weak knees.
हाँ,
इसका affirmation होगा I'm so excited that I'm so happy that I got to play hopscotch with my daughter and my knees are absolutely cool.
हम्म,
I'm so grateful that my knees are fine and I'm able to play all the games possible with her. Because you
हम्म,
already know your fear. Then it's very easy to
हम्म,
create affirmations if you know your fears. It is the easiest thing in the
हाँ,
world. You just flip it around and it becomes personalized.
हाँ,
You know the feeling associated with it. It becomes
हम्म,
powerful and just say it in the present tense.
आई होप कि जो भी हमें सुन रहा है इस पॉडकास्ट को इस वक्त, उनको बहुत सारे आइडियाज आ गए हों अफर्मेशंस बनाने के। आई रियली लाइक
Yours
योर वे।
affirmations is the best way because it is directly personal to you and your brain will catch it immediately.
हाँ, बिकॉज मैं अफर्मेशन अगर कोई मुझे देता है, मैं पढ़ती हूँ, मैंने पहले भी किया है कि
बोरिंग
10
लगता
अफर्मेशन लिख लिए, उनको रोज पढ़ रहे हैं, बट वो
है इतना
मजा ही नहीं आता।
बोरिंग है मजा नहीं आएगा और अगर मजा नहीं आया तो ब्रेन का रिवॉर्ड सेंटर एक्टिवेट नहीं होगा अगर
हाँ,
ब्रेन के रिवॉर्ड सेंटर्स एक्टिवेट नहीं होंगे न्यूरल पाथवेज नहीं बनेंगे कोर बिलीफ नहीं बनेगा कोर बिलीफ नहीं बना तो वो रियलिटी में कभी कन्वर्ट नहीं होगा
हम्म,
सो इट
ओके,
हैज टू बी पर्सनल देयर इज नो वे अराउंड इट
ओके, ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सनाया फॉर क्लैरिफाइंग दैट। और डू यू हैव एनी रिसोर्सेज दैट यू कैन सजेस्ट मी, माई लिसनर्स? कोई बुक हो मे बी, और जहाँ आप अपने रिसोर्सेज शेयर करती हो, ऐसी कोई जगह हो जहाँ हम जा सकें और ज़्यादा नॉलेज ले सकें इस बारे में?
basically manifest my dreams was started with the intention that to help people like you like everyone around us who are not so advanced at this but who want to enter this who want to be positive who want to manifest their goals so one of our key resources and that is our bestseller product is our guided manifestation journal I have written it myself it has more than 150 prompts all the methodology I have just told you is written there I've also added visualization exercises and those exercises are very easy. So one of the exercises is Maitri, write a letter to yourself 5 years from now, imagining that you are living your dream life. So I want you to write a letter explaining what clothes you're going to wear, how you're going to look, what car you're driving, how does your house look. You have to write it in as much detail as possible. So that is one of the dream life scripting exercises in it. It also has gratitude prompts, everything, and it is yellow page. So I always say that in order to effectively journal, it has to be yellow page journaling. And I learned this from my guru and my coach, Coach Saloni Suri.
Mhm.
Yellow page journaling is the best way to manifest effortlessly in the long run.
Okay.
Because when you write on yellow paper, your brain releases a chemical called acetylcholine. It is a neurotransmitter that automatically pushes you to take aligned action in the direction of your goals. So you
Mhm.
don't have to put in that extra effort consciously. Subconsciously, it will
Mhm.
happen because a neurotransmitter is being released to help you do that.
Okay, now this is a very interesting point. Yellow page. I have a few notebooks which are slightly yellowish tinge, नहीं होता जो सीपिया वाला टोन होता है, आप उसकी बात कर रहे हो या प्रॉपर येलो पेज होना चाहिए जैसे येलो पेजेस में होता है?
Yellow page and red pen. This is the dream combination.
ओके,
Yeah, a lot of successful people are doing this. A lot of influencers, a lot of celebrities are following this method. I have been doing it for the past 3 years. Trust me, it works. That's why I made a product around it. Because
येलो पेज रेड पेन, ओके।
as it is a guided journal, you don't have to use your mind. I have made the journal as if I'm doing a one-on-one coaching session with you. So it is very well broken up. It is very well explained. There are some moon affirmations also during full moon, new moon. If you want to manifest, you can use it. Money, love, abundance, all of that. And then you have your daily gratitude and intention setting for the day. And the best part is, and we're the only brand doing it so far, in the journal, you'll have a QR code which gives you access to my 90-minute masterclass on manifestation journaling. In that, I break down law of vibration, law of attraction, how to journal, the three P's. I give a lot of examples, affirmations, all of that. It is pre recorded. So, that is a resource that everyone loves. Everyone who buys the journal loves that resource because no one is teaching you how to journal. There is a system to it, there is a technique to it, and there is a way to do it every day without getting bored.
Hmm.
90% people get bored, kya roj roj wo hi likhna hai. And then obviously if you're bored, the reward centers are not going to light up, you're not going to manifest. You can't get
Yeah.
bored
Hmm.
because journaling every day has to be different. But if you don't know the technique, how will you do it differently every day?
Yes, yes. Wow. Okay. This is all very interesting. But before I let my listeners know how to connect with you, how to get your products, let us know one thing. Sanaya, what is the sassiest thing you have done when it comes to manifestation? Maybe you have manifested something, maybe you have helped someone in a way जो उन्हें लगता था possible ही नहीं है.
Okay, I'll tell you one of my clients. We, she's a female entrepreneur. She runs a tech startup. She wanted to do the Chadar trek. The Chadar trek near Leh Ladakh is one of the toughest treks to complete. You
Mm-hmm.
need a very high level of stamina, endurance. Oxygen levels are very low. It's all glaciers, all of that. This girl wanted to go with her husband, and there was no fitness level.
Hmm.
He was barely walking like 2-3 kilometers a day. Just walk. There was nothing happening. We worked on her. We did visualization. We did journaling. We acted as if she has already reached the goal. All of that. Within 2 months, with minimal training, she successfully completed a 2 week long trek in Leh
Wow.
Ladakh in the middle of winter in Jan. And she came back and she was like, "Listen, I finished the trek." I said, "Are you serious?" Even I had my doubts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if in tool se kar payegi because physically she could have been much better. Physically, she was not in the best shape to do the trek. It worked
Hmm.
exactly what we visualized. Exactly wo hua. And we
Wow.
had done that visualization so many times together, and we had journaled about it so many times that her subconscious brain had memorized it. वो body autopilot में चल रही थी वहां पे. Her husband, who's much fitter, had a tougher time than her. वो आराम से
Mhm.
ट्रेन करके आई. And everyone was like, it makes no sense, but it happens.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now this is even more interesting, and I'm sure now जो मेरे listeners हैं, even I am very intrigued, very interested to know कि how do we find out more about your services and your products? Where can we reach out to you?
So ideally, I would say that start by going on our Instagram page, Manifest My Dreams. You can also go on our website. The link is there in the bio. Please start by investing in the guided journal. It has my masterclass. Start journaling every day. And once you finish the guided journal, we also have a secondary product called the unguided journal, which is just yellow pages and different quotes from different masters. That is to help you continue the journey later.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, if nothing else, start with that. I have a podcast series called Awaken. I have recorded 7 podcasts in that. They're not podcasts; they're short affirmations of 7 minutes each.
Mm-hmm.
And I have put subliminal audio in the background. So it's basically audio that directly hits your subconscious mind, and it is infused with abundance, prosperity, growth, all of that in it. And that music directly touches your subconscious mind. So that is a very, very powerful audio list that I have created actually for myself, and then it became a podcast list. It's called the Awaken series. Please listen to it every day, while driving, while eating, while cooking, while at work. Just let it play in the background because it is full of powerful, empowering chants, especially from a female perspective, to help you break out of your fears, break out of your negative beliefs, be more grateful, help attract more money in your life, help get paid for being who you are, being more authentic. It has some really powerful stuff in it. So these are the two things I would suggest start immediately.
Okay. I urge my listeners to check the resources out, and I'm also going to check them out. And Sanaya, thank you so much for being on Little Fixes and sharing your insights with us and giving us your time.
Thank you, Maitri. I had a lovely time. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to like DM, reach out. I will respond as soon as I can. Or they can just join our WhatsApp community. I personally respond to questions and answers there. It's a free community, so we'll send anyone the link via Instagram if they ask. And yeah, I'll be available there to answer all questions.
अगर आपको ये एपिसोड वैल्यूबल लगा तो So please help Little Fixes reach more people by sharing it with someone you care about. You can also give us a shout out on Instagram. मेरा हैंडल है @LittleFixesPodcast. This helps me in growing the podcast और बहुत सारे और लोगों की हेल्प भी होती है इसको सुन के. I'm grateful for your time. अब मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे को. तब तक के लिए खुद से प्यार करते रहो और सदा सैसी रहो. बाय. When I started this podcast in 2019, I didn't know much about the tools available and struggled with poor audio quality, blurry videos, and even losing the recording. Now I have switched to Zencastr. Zencastr not only gives me high quality audio and video podcast production, but also keeps the recording safe with its multi-layer backups even when the internet is unstable. It has a post-production feature which automatically removes sounds like and also reduces background noise with a click of a button. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use my code LFP and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for all my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Zencastr is free to try and their hobbies plan is always free.